Hello everyone and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode of Friday Night Pioneer, we're gonna pioneer the Soulflayer deck again. So, last time I played this deck was actually a while ago when this was still called Explorer, and I modified the deck ever so slightly because of the new Formidable Speaker from Lorwyn actually helped tutor a lot of cards that we need in this deck. So, Soulflayer is a card that has Delve 4, 6 mana 4/4, but it has Delve, not Delve 4, but it has Delve, and you can exile up to 4 cards from your graveyard to help pay for the mana cost. So when we do Delve, we can delve away creatures like Zatopa, and Soulflayer has the ability to gain whatever keyword are on the cards that that you use to delve. Now it's a little bit of a trick because the keyword has to be printed on the card, not the creature that can gain that keyword. So has to be exactly things like flying, double strike, vigilance. Not if a card says this creature gains flying if you have this, right? That would not work. So that's why we have to run cards like flying, double strike, vigilance, trample, indestructible, Zatopa. That is one of the bigger cards in this deck to make ourselves play a 2 mana 4/4 indestructible double flyer. That is insane. But we also have 4 Sire of 7 Death, which is 7 keywords. First strike, vigilance, menace, trample, reach, lifelink, ward. Unfortunately, Soulflayer does not copy ward, so technically only copies 6 of the 7 death. I think it's good enough. We also need to have some sort of hexproof in the deck so that when we get these indestructible cards, they don't just get bounced. So I have 4 Sylvan Caryatid, a 2 mana dork that has defender and, more importantly, hexproof. So that's the hexproof in the deck. And then we also have 4 Goldvein Hydra, which very much help the Soulflayer part of the deck because it gives it haste. Also vigilance and trample, but more importantly, haste. So that's what really sticks out in the Soulflayer combo. Now, like I always do with combo decks, I don't want to talk about it in terms of the curve. Even though the curve kind of looks like 1 mana, 2 mana, 3 mana play into potentially a turn 4 Soulflayer, and we never actually hardcast these heavy hitters. But what I want to split are what the combo pieces sort of split out. So here are the cards that we want in our graveyard for us to Soulflay. Now the best case scenario is Soulflay one of each, so you get the keyword soup, right? That's the whole idea of the deck. And to back up the Soulflayer, we also have an Orborg or 2 Orborg Scavengers. Slightly less good than the Soulflayer because we don't get all of them at once, but for a 3 mana 2/2, whenever it enters, we get to exile a card from a graveyard. And every creature card that we exile with keywords, it steals it, and also it gets a +1/+1 for each card it exiles. So, every time you exile, it grows, which is better than Soulflayer in that fashion. Soulflayer will always be a 4/4. It never get larger, but Urborg Scavenger gets larger and larger. And if we get to attack with it for 3 turns, right, along with the ETB, we actually catch up to the Soulflayer, and then every other attack just makes it grow even bigger and better. So, Urborg Scavenger might be better than Soulflayer, but this is an instantaneous effect, and I think that makes it better. And that's the whole spread of what we want to do. Now, there are only 6 combo piece in the deck, so to dig them out, we have 3 Formidable Speaker to help us tutor out the cards, and that's very useful, but obviously not good enough. So we need to have a lot of ways to mill and fill up our graveyard. We have 4 Otherworldly Gaze and 4 Grisly Salvage to fill up our graveyards by milling. We have 4 Bitter Triumph and 2 Collective Brutality to fill up our graveyard by discarding these cards that we draw. Formidable Speaker also can help us discard. When it enters, we discard a card, and we dig out one of these combo pieces. So that's part of the discard package as well. And that's the whole idea of the deck, right? A very straightforward deck. Just get these crazy cards into the graveyard, and then cast one of these to copy the effects on them, and just overwhelm our opponent. Now, the best thing about what I've noticed with Orborg Scavenger is when you play it, you can eat the Goldvein Hydra. And when you do, it gains haste, which means you can immediately attack. And once you attack, you eat the Zatopa, and you immediately get the indestructible double strike. Against most decks, that would be good enough. But if your opponent's playing blue, then instead of just doing the targeting Zatopa, after the attack, maybe you want to target a Sylvan Caryatid and then give hexproof instead. That way, they can't target it to bounce, and then you can overwhelm your opponent very quickly. And the double strike hits hard, right? Double strike 4/4 is 8 damage a turn. Double strike here, that's 10, 12 damage a turn. And so they're going to be dead in like 2 turns. And that's how strong this deck really can kind of curve out if we hit the right card. Very luck-based because we got to spin the roulette on the Otherworldly Gaze and the Grisly Salvage. But when you hit it big. So that's the whole idea. Let's go into the games and see how well we will do. Alright, our opponent is McPhail. We go first. Can gaze because of the mana base. Can Bitter Triumph. But yeah. It's kind of the tricky mana, huh? I can get a 1/1 Goldvein to attack him, so that's something. Slight. Alright, our opponent's sliding. I wonder what they're doing. Let's get that haste damage down. It's not great, but it's something. And I have to Grisly Salvage next turn for a land. Just not fall too far behind. Badger Mode Cup. Yeah, right? I kind of want to kill this cub. But I also kind of want to Grisly Salvage. I could also salvage into nothing, so... Definitely don't want to salvage into nothing here. I guess a Darkslick Shores will have to do. This is our turn 3, so starting town will be 1 mana of any color. That might be better than a Darkslick Shores, to be honest, but... We'll just throw up the Shores. Hold up a blocker. Maybe we'll Otherworldly Gaze into something here. Next turn we can actually Bitter Triumph into Soulflayer. Let's see what our opponent wants to do. He has 2 more mana and a Slight. And a Seachrome Coast with white mana, huh? I don't have hexproof though, so that's the downside of this. He's got red. Storm Chaser's Talon. Used up that mana for nothing, okay. So I don't think I can get a haste. So definitely want this. I don't know if I want these creatures. I can kill the Badger Mole. What am I getting here? I can get a Hydra. Yeah, I'll do it this way. It's not the greatest, I think, but it will allow me to do what I want to do here. So let's see if they have a protection. Let's discard a card to kill the Badger Mole. Alright, and then we'll mill 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. I will get a 4/4 out here. It's not double strike and it's not hexproof, so it is gonna have to do its thing. Okay, Ascendancy. It's the Ascendancy deck. It's a lot of prowess. Did you just combo off? No. Doesn't combo off. Well, he's gonna attack for 6. So we'll just take... I mean, I'm gonna block with the Hydra, honestly, if he attacks. I don't want the Hydra, I want it in the graveyard, and I get a treasure. Basically everything I want this deck to do. So, I can Speaker, that's not the greatest. I can Scavenger just to get a Hydra out there. It's also not the greatest. I guess we do this. I don't want to discard the Orborg, right? So we do this and see what we can potentially hit. There's a lot of dead cards. Our opponent combos off next turn. So we're gonna have to get our deck to combo off this turn. Don't know if it will. Don't get the ward. Just get the lifelink par. But they combo off. And second ascendancy. Whenever they cast a non-creature spell, they do get to untap, but as long as they cost 1 blue, I guess they can keep playing it. But if it costs more than 1 blue, oh, GG. GG. Yeah, we got through just by rushing. No, I'll take it. Alright, our opponent is Tibet 12312. That's a 1-lander. I don't think I can keep that 1-lander going first. This is a 2-lander. I can justify a 2-lander. A lot of these cards are nice though. But I guess we put away the Sire. Yeah, I don't want Satopa or Sire in my hand, but if I get a discard card, I'd rather discard these other card, right? So let's see. I want to draw the Bitter Triumph, so I want these cards to go anyways. They might as well go away. And now I can either Grisly Salvage or Otherworldly Gaze, or Bitter Triumph. Target 100 reveals your hand, you choose a non-land card from it. Exile that card until this creature leaves the battlefield. Oh, it's just a creature. Alright, well. Wait. Does it work like this? I mean, they word it so that it should, right? I'm not sure, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I throw out the Slick Shores. Junkai Naturalist. Okay. Grisly Salvage. Man, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'd take a Confluence here. But I'm not getting a hexproof, and that's kind of the scariest part of the deck, right? Not getting a hexproof in this matchup kind of means it just gets targeted. Yeah, I cannot imagine it not getting targeted here by like Shelter by Ghost. Okay. See, that's the stuff. Now let's delve. Oh, come on. They can still make me sacrifice. These two. Let's take a Goldvein Hydra. That's 3. 4. This hexproof, flying, double strike, haste, indestructible, everything. Can draw a card. If he plays an enchantment. Sure, go play an enchantment if you want. Speaker, huh? So I can drop the Hydra here to draw a card, but I think I just attack first. Alright, because I drop the Hydra, it will be a 3 when I attack, then he would just chump block. It would be better if I just drop the Speaker and toss the Hydra. Take another Soulflayer. I mean, I'm not gonna get hexproof. Audacity. Sure. I mean, I don't think that's a good enough card in the deck. You can shelter, but he cannot target my Soulflayer. And if he attacks, my double strike will get it. He needs to get above 4 toughness. He doesn't get above 4 toughness. Okay, I have first strike, so what's your plan here? I mean, sure. He gains a lot of life, but then he just lose that. And I get my creature back, right? I'm gonna decline. Too late. This indestructible. I'll just take 2 lands. Yep, GG. Ha! We rushed there. Alright, our opponent is Arnketil. Arnketil. Oh, I am the Till. This is... I mean, I get hexproof vigil? Okay, never mind. I don't even have to play the game. Loser. Alright, our opponent is Euler Roll 78. Euler Roll? You're gonna show me the Euler formula? We get to go first. We do get to go first, but this hand is has got nothing. I got the 1 lander. Yeah, we're mulligan that. This is 2 lands. It's a lot better. And we'll keep. What do I toss back here though? I guess I'm gonna put away the Bitter Triumph. And we'll just grow this. I'm not gonna get the ward though. That's the scary part. Scam. Do we just kill the scamp here? Yeah, I can just escalate like 3 times, right? Let me look at your hand. I mean, do I need to gain the life? Then I get the scavenger to be a 4. It's hard to fight a 4 on turn 2, so yeah. 1, 2. Infuriate, 2 turn inside out. +3, +2. Guess it's not that hard. Infuriate is also annoying, but I don't have damage base to kill. They're gonna plot. Firebending Student. That is also infuriating. This is our turn 3, right? So this should still be untapped. We will exile our Goldvein Hydra to give it haste. Which means we can immediately attack. And now we can exile our Sire to give it lifelink. Not the greatest, but it's something. And now they can't race us as easily. That being said, it's still, like, those creatures are still going to get big fast. And the Scamp is going to be... Oh, no. What's that? Vigilance. Unfortunately, drew 5 lands out of 9 cards in the 18 land deck. It's just... that's arena for you. We'll take your Scamp. Attack for 5. I mean, I do have first strike, so I do have that going for me. Swifty. Alright, well I gotta kill the scamp, right? Did I kill the scamp? Otherwise he sacks the scamp after it deals the damage. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have blocked the scam. I think blocking the show-off would have been better here. He needs to pump both of those into the scam. He didn't pump both of those into the scam. Alright, well, this is the first strike, so... you can deal the 4 damage, but... I have a 5/5. One mistake deserves another, I suppose. Down to 18. 18 isn't dead. Alright, let's gaze. I'll take that damage to gaze. Hexproof. And you just toss all of them. We'll do this again. One last time. Zatulpa. How about a little double strike? Oh, he's just dead. Good game. Ha! Oh, we got there. I mean, he could have killed our Orborg Scavenger, and then we would have gone through all of that with a little bit of a trick. But, you know, I'll take that win. Alright, our opponent is Jornt. The mighty Jornt. Please don't Jornt us. You go first. Nice. We'll start with the Darkslick Shores. I don't need to ping myself if it's not necessary. Landward Elf. Okay, what am I getting here? I don't want this. The Grisly Salvage isn't bad, but I'm not using it next turn. I do want all these cards, right? So I'm drawing this next turn, I'm drawing this the turn after. That's all these cards are good, so I'm gonna keep all of them. Alright. Let's collect. Reveal minus. There's 2 storms. Badger Mo Cup. Alright, we gotta go fast. Luckily for us, we can go fast. Don't have hexproof here, but I think an indestructible will do. Probably gonna get the Cavalier this turn. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, not enough. There's 4 mana, right? It's not enough to play anything for 4 mana here. We got there a little bit quicker than green. That's crazy. We got lucky with the draws. That's definitely necessary. We had good mill, and I have a collective brutality that hit the right card.
My friend's kind of a big deal.
Yep. Next turn, whenever it enters or attacks. So it will be 5 damage. I also have a Soulflayer, huh? So, I think we Grisly Salvage here and see what we can hit. And based on that, we can try to win. There's a Tulpa. I think a Boseiju is pretty good. But I'm gonna have to play it, right? So I play the Overgrown Tomb. Do I have haste? No, I don't have haste. Right, I cannot get haste. I can get indestructible. Exile target card from a graveyard, but the swamp song can't. Yeah.
Hey! I sure belly flopped.
I could get out another 4/4. Or yeah, I think I just do this. I don't think the gaze is as good here as just doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I have a 4/4 indestructible flying double striker with trample. They still have, well, now it's 1, 2, 3, 4. They might be able to get to 5 mana with Cavalier. That's fine. Cavalier isn't that scary, and then we double strike to the lethal. GG! Alright, our opponent is DL Jeff. Does that mean you're going to download Jeff? Please don't download Jeff. We go first. There is no mill. There's one bitter triumph. Is that good enough? We are going first. I don't think I need a hand that doesn't mill anything. This is better because we have mill. And that means I probably throw away one of the gaze because I want to Collective Brutality him. And I can Formidable Speaker to draw the card I need. Putting away a gaze feels bad, but it's probably needed. And we can stop a turn 1 elf if we need to do that. No turn 1 elf here. Okay, this can go. Do I want to land? Do I just want to dig deeper? I probably just want to dig deeper, right? Well, I might hold up a mana just for a second Otherworldly Gaze. No, we want to dig deeper. Like this. And also make a 1/1 and attack with. No, I don't think I need to do that. I think this is better to discard. Spirited Companion. I feel bad about killing a companion. There's a Tulpa. I do need hexproof though. That's gonna be hard to get. Yeah, that's what I get for not having land number 3. I guess we'll have to play this as land number 3. Do we brutality him? Or do we throw out the... I thought a Hydra, would he kill it? I can toss the Hydra for the hexproof. To look for the hexproof, I mean. Yeah, I think we do that. Ah, he's just mana screwed? Okay. DL Jeff, I guess he downloaded the wrong game. Alright, our opponent is KK Blue 99. KK, good job. Okay, bye. Alright, well, we go first, but a bunch of dead cards. I'm gonna throw out Blooming Marsh and see where that goes. I could throw a Goldvein Hydra for 0. I don't think I do that. Our opponent's gonna Otherworldly Gaze us. He's considering. Does consider deck have counter spells? You know what? I don't need to care for any of those. Alright, we got a hexproof. If we get hexproof indestructible, we just kind of win, right? That's unfortunate. But he's leaving up 2 mana for whatever he wants, so... He's gonna kill my Hydra. Vigilance, baby! If only this was a land. Really, if only any of these are lands. We toss a Watery Grave. I wonder what this deck does. Unfortunately, that's gonna have to come into play tapped. Does he not planning on playing anything? Oh, discard deck. Wait, that's good for me. He's just planning on using the counter spells, I guess, against the Soulflayer. How many counter spells does he have? Censor? Okay. That's one of them. Demir control. It's gonna be difficult. I've gotta admit, right? I don't know how to fight Demir control. I don't have a way to look at his hand without the Collective Brutality. I already tossed one in the graveyard. If he used the Gaia Reach, that'd be really helpful. I don't think he'll do that. Not against this deck. Oh, he shocks. Narset. I cannot draw extra cards.
I know 88 ways to defeat you.
You
Pick
do?
One. Hone your prowess.
There's a spell Pierce. Alright. Well, Otherworldly Gaze first. See what he wants to do against that. Ooh. Oh, those are good cards to toss. Then we'll discard a card to carry a Narset. You want to spell Pierce that? He didn't want to spell Pierce it.
Overwhelming.
Okay, so that's the case. How many counter spells does he have, I wonder? If he has more than one, I'm kind of screwed, right? But, you know. If he has more than one counter spells, I don't think I get to play this game out anyways. You want to spell Pierce that? Vortex. Exile target creature. Return target creature or planeswalker. You don't control. If a permanent... if this spell is kicked, put that permanent on the bottom instead. Notion Thief and spell Pierce. Well, a bunch of nothing. Alright, well, those are exiles anyway, so take out your spell Pierce. Alright, let's see. Hydra is a Tulpa. Hexproofing. Grisly Salvage. It's got Irona's Vortex. You can use that on the Goldvein Hydra, but that's about it, right? Oh no, your go and then lose. Nice mythic pack leader. GG. Alright, our opponent is Don't Tase Me Bro 19. Oh, I remember that meme. Don't Tase Me Bro. Sad but funny meme. Alright, well, we got Collective Brutality. We're going first. I just want to hit him with a Hydra. No, right? I think that's obviously a bad plan. But I don't know if I can get a better plan on the mulligan. Let's try it. I definitely want to drop cards, so... I don't want 2 Goldvein Hydra, so that 1 can go. That's also 3 lands. I don't know if I need 3 lands in an opener. Maybe more Goldvein would have been better. We'll see. Otherworldly Gaze definitely helps in fixing the draws a bit. And depending on how fast our opponent is, we might be able to interact. Hardened Scale. Okay. Is this for both? Pretty sure you control. It's not for both. Brutality. I do want the Soulflayer, and I do want the Formidable... Oh man, I want all of these. Shoot. That's so difficult of a surveil, right? So what do I want to do next turn? I want to Brutality him, and I drop the Hydra. And then the turn after that, I want the Soulflayer. For the Speaker. Man. I want all these cards. That's so hard. Yeah, you know what? I gotta toss them. It has to be done. I mean, I can only reveal an instant sorcery. I don't know if this deck runs that many instant sorceries. So, maybe it's the, it's gonna be the Grisly Salvage turn. Badger Mode Cub. Alright, so that's how he wants to play it. I can exile, there's a Satulpa. I can exile the Satulpa. But that's all I can do. I don't know if I want to do just that. So I guess the question is, what else do I want to do this turn? Let's just be brutal. -2, reveal. Reveal, -2. I'll toss this Hydra here. Yeah, nothing. But we killed a Badgermo, so he's down to 3 mana. So he can do the Innkeeper's Talon. Or the Aspirant. Oh man. The Aspirant would be scary. I need to rush. Landwar Elf is... I'm not quite sure about that. I guess he's going to get a Talent and go big. Which is, I guess, fair, right? I can Otherworldly Gaze, but maybe it is better just to... do this. Alright, Goldvein, Satulpa. 3. We'll take a Grisly Salvage for 4. No hexproof, but is double strike. Yeah, now if he taps out to play the Ouroboros, we'll kill the Ouroboros. I don't get any lifelink, but that's fine. Oh, you're just gonna leave? GG. Pathetic. I guess you got taste. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you saw all those soul-flaying games, how does this deck feel? Oh, was that a fun experience for you as it was for me to play? This deck is crazy, right? It's very roulette-y, and if you don't hit the right cards with these, then you'll lose, and it's not very fun when you draw all the 7 drops in your hand and get stuck. A lot of times, as you saw in the games that I played, it's about the mulligan. You have to be aggressive with your mulligan. If it looks like a playable hand with 2 drops, like a Bitter Triumph or Collective Brutality, and some of these 7 drops, don't keep those hands. You got a hard mulligan for one of these 8 cards, or at the very least a Formidable Speaker. those are necessary for us to actually curve out, because this combo hits hard, but it has to hit fast. You gotta go turn 3 or 4 to get these out so that your opponent doesn't have enough time to interact with a 4/4 double striker, and that's how they lose and that's how you win. If you give them time, now they have their sack outlet or their sack pieces, the Liliana's out, or they have a board wipe bounce or a board wipe exile like farewell, and then our win con doesn't really do what we want it to do. So that's where the small trick really comes in, right? You don't have the time. This is actually an aggressive combo deck, and you have to make sure that you have these in the opening, and you have to pray that they hit. And that's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.